Cell communication is important to learn because it can show us how cells respond to certain medicines. Cell communication can also tell what viral and bacterial cells are doing, and we can use that information to stop them from harming us and other creatures farther. Earl W. Sutherland discovered cell signaling while observing the breakdown of the storage polysaccharide glycogen by animal hormone epinephrine. Scientists think that signaling mechanisms evolved from the ancient prokaryotic and eukaryotic cells and were adopted for new uses by their multicellular descendants. I know you're angry, but we have to go over the signal transduction pathway. It's when the cell signal is transduced to another form. Transduction occurs when a ligand binds with a receptor protein and causes a physical change in the protein. A ligand is a molecule that specifically binds to another molecule, often a larger one. Examples are a hormone, steroid, virus, or bacteria. Woo, we finally made it to the good part. Process of cell communication. There are 3 steps to this process: reception, transduction, and response. We'll start with reception. Reception is when the target cell detects the signaling molecule coming from outside of the cell. The signaling molecule will then attach to one of the target cell's receptors. Transduction is when the signaling molecule binds to one of the target cell's receptors, physically changing the receptor protein, thus initiating response. The response is the output of the chemical message or signal. There are 2 types of these: cytoplasmic, which involves all responses occurring in the cytoplasm, and nuclear, all responses occurring in the nucleus. One example of this is gene expression. Still confused? Well, we can picture this as a text message between phones. A text is turned into a bunch of binary code and sent out to the receiving phone. The receiving phone then deciphers the binary coded data and turns into the message, thus delivering the message to the person. Paracrine signaling is when multiple cells in the vicinity simultaneously receive the signal by a single cell. Endocrine signaling is where certain cells release the hormone molecules or signaling molecules, which then travel via circulatory system to target cells in other parts of the body. Synaptic signaling is when an electrical signal is sent to a neurotransmitter to stimulate the target cell. Apoptosis, or programmed cell death, is when cellular agents inside the cell butcher the DNA and organelles. The result of this is cells shrinking and becoming lobed, also known as blebbling. The cells are packed up in vesicles and are engulfed and digested by scavenger cells, leaving no trace.
Created using Powtoon.